So here I am sat in the car and I'm about to install the NextBase, and he's got to put his glasses on here because blind the 322GW DashCam that was sent to me by NextBase for review. So a dashcam, now I'm going to say this, we have had a dashcam before, and old Clever Clogs here went, I got one from China for £8, and that lasted a long while. No, it didn't. So in the box I've got the cam itself, and on here you can see it's got a mount, and what I like is the mount is the thing that's wired in, like in with a magnetic base, 3M attachment. This for me is important because this does come with, you have to bear with me here, I've got all the bits here, this does come with a suction mount. But for me, I don't like suction mounts. They just, extreme weathers, extreme hot, extreme cold, you come in and plop, it's fallen on the dashboard. So you get like a little quick start-up guide. Like most things, you get your quick start-up guide, and you get a quick start-up guide, and please do excuse the gloves, I've got arthritis in my hands and it's so cold today and my hands are painful. Most now don't bother printing off and then giving you the full instructions for installation, and I approve of that because I don't like the waste of paper. I've gone online, I've got the PDF, it's there. Saves all that printing off, doesn't it? So I've got that. I've got a nice little handy tool that will help me feed the wire all the way round the trim on the car. And with this one I've got the old cigarette lighter style plug-in. You can get a hardwire kit to hardwire it into the car and it'll all disappear, all your wiring. That's about £13 something from Amazon. This one, as I say, cigarette lighter one, and you get, what did I calculate that? That was 4 meters, I believe that cable was. Now then, I've also got with it this bit of kit. Now on the side of the dash cam here, it's got a little HDMI port, and I slot it in, and that then gives a view of the cabin as well, and you can adjust that little camera about. There's going to be more details about this in the actual review. I'll give you all the watts and everything about this dash cam. And a nice little touch screen, links to your phone. It's got GPS fitted in it, and when you take all your data and put it on your laptop, there's software, and it'll show you speeds, location, the forces enabled. And if you do have a massive old impact and you have synced it with your phone, it will call the emergency services. I think that goes through NextBase. And there's details, I've synced it to my wife's phone, because even though I am sat behind the steering wheel, this is not my usual place. I've stopped driving a little while ago. I still can if I want, but due to my disability I decided that it's not worth it. Let the wife chauffeur me about. So anyway, I'm going to get on and I'm going to get this installed, and I'm really looking forward to this because it is a lovely looking bit of kit. Okay, so I have fitted the NextBase 322GW DashCam into the car. I'm going to show you a little clip of that now. So there's the 322GW NextBase cam fitted. It's a 2014 Ford Galaxy. Had a few issues. I don't know where it's got that vastly sloping screen in the Galaxy, but the main issue was here with this, which is the add-on, the cabin view camera, which slides into a little HDMI slot in the side. It means that you can't see the driver here, and if you fit it over on this side, you couldn't see the cabin view from that side. It was a real toss-up of where to put it. Now, I think if you use the rear view camera, which is a camera that goes right in the rear window and you feed it through, that's not going to be an issue. Or if you use it without, it's not going to be an issue. But that's just one slight little thing. I chose this position because it overlooks the kids in the cars, the passenger, and you can get kind of a good view around. I'll show a video of that in a minute. Now, fitting the camera was really very easy indeed. It's got a nice 3M pad stuck to the windscreen, and I've got the camera kind of settled how I want it. You can adjust the cabin camera up and down and around. It's got a nice wide view on it, and what it does is it actually records 2 videos. I expected when I looked on the recorded videos to have, like I've got now, like a screen in-screen option, so small of the cabin and then large of the rear, but you don't. It's actually recording 2 videos of each at the time. I don't know why that is. I'm getting 2 forward and 2 front. But there you go. 2.5-inch touchscreen, 140-degree viewing angle. It is 1080p, and I think the resolution's really good. Let's have a look at some video from daytime and nighttime. All in all, very happy with the quality of the picture from this dash cam, and it's got a whole feast of features on it. As I say, 140-degree viewing. Now, when you do view it on your PC, you get the NextBase player PC, and what that does, because this has got built-in GPS on it, you get a screen. I'll show you a picture of that now. As you can see, so there's a map of where you've been. It gives you your average speed, your top speed. You can see your route, the whole lot as you're travelling. You see all this happening, almost like it not in real time, but you see what was happening at the time, the G-forces involved and everything like that, acceleration and everything. It really is a lovely little bit of kit. Now then, G-forces. If you have a crash, bang. It recognises that, and the great thing about the NextBase is that then it's got built in this SOS software. It's Bluetooth to my wife's phone. It's got her name, her age, her details, the car registration, colour of the car, etc, etc. And it will then, you've had a crash, boom, it will send it off to NextBase. They will call the emergency services because it's recognised this has been a really nasty wallop. And the emergency services will be called if you are unable to do it. If you're unconscious, don't worry. It's taken care of. They're calling you to the exact location of your vehicle. And I tell you what a great, great bit of kit. It gives you that comfort of knowing that if some idiot pulls something stupid in front of you, then you've got it on camera. The cabin view camera, if something happens within the cabin, you've got that sort of information to be able to pass on and say, look, this is what happened. I think the audio quality is quite good, as you can tell from me talking to you now. NextBase actually say this is the most accurate dash cam on the market today. And as I said before, I brought a cheap Chinese copy, not a copy, but like a dash cam. Thought I was being oh so very, very clever, didn't I? And it broke so quickly. It was really awful. It was totally a waste of money, as it turned out. When it comes to things like this, you know, it's, you know, not a lot of money for that peace of mind, and to show your insurance. You know, it shows you the speed you were doing, where you were going, etc. And so you've got that whole plethora of information to say, look, this really wasn't my fault. But on the flip side, if you are the sort of person that ends up just going over the speed limit a little bit too often and you have a crash, this could actually work against you, couldn't it? So maybe it'll help to keep your speed down. As I say, there's a GPS screensaver with your speed, and absolutely amazing. A whole feast of settings on this camera that you go through, and I have to say, what an incredible bit of kit. Now, I fitted this myself, but I do know if you went to Halfords and brought this, they do a fitting service, as obviously a lot of other places would do. So that may be worth it. If you're not so clued up on fitting these things, or not so sure on what to do, or worried about damaging your vehicle, it could be a really good thing to do. The NextBase 322GW DashCam 1080p HD. Very pleased with both daytime and nighttime recording. It's got the parking feature on it, so when you're parked, if motion sensor is triggered, then it will record that footage as well. Now, what I have to say is, when I fitted it, I've gone into the cigarette lighter and I turned the ignition off and the cigarette lighter was still on. I thought, no, what do? I didn't have a clue. What I didn't realise is that a lot of cars like this one, once you lock it, dunk, you then got 2 minutes before then the cigarette light automatically goes off as the vehicle shuts down. And this is also good because as you come out and boom, you open your car, cigarette lighter goes on and it starts recording. So even as you're moving around the car, loading, shopping or whatever, in my case the wheelchair going in, the kids' buggies, whatever, this has got you covered with a recording should some, can I say scumbag? Go on, I'll say it. Some scumbag comes up and tries to steal something or have a pop at you. Go and check them out, NextBase. I'll put the link to this one for sale on Amazon. As I say, I've got the cabin view camera. You can get a rear view camera that plugs in on the side, that I take it's got a larger zoom to go to the back window, or you can get a separate actual camera that sticks into the back window. I think that's what we will be looking to get, and wires round into your camera. And that is that. Go to satonmybutt.co.uk, check out the written review with a little bit more details on this camera in there, all the gumph and the garb and the how-tos, where-tos, etc. And I will see you next time. Take care.